Update: the new iPad Pro 10.5 has landed, and after going through our in-depth review process, Apple's latest slate has managed to break into our top 10 best tablets list. Find out where it places below. Spoiler: it's high, really high. Best Tablet 2018. The best tablets are all about combination, with most offering a decent keyboard and desktop-style experience to sound the death knell for laptops. From Apple's larger iPad Pro, now joined by the iPad Pro 10.5, to Android's Google Pixel and Samsung tablets, there's a lot of choice out there, and unlike the best smartphones, Windows makes an appearance too. In terms of how we decide which goes where, we rank them based on multiple elements including performance, battery life, screen quality and more, with price playing an important part too. Read: best cheap tablets, best Android tablets. If none of the best tablets here take your fancy, then head on over to our tablet reviews pages, where you'll find in-depth reviews of many more models. Point 1. New iPad 2017. Weight: 469 grams. Dimensions: 240 by 169.5 by 7.5 millimeters. OS: iOS 11. Screen size: 9.7 inch. Resolution: 1536 by 2048 pixels. CPU: A9. RAM: 2 GB. Storage: 32 GB. 128 GB. Micro SD slot. No battery. Approximately 8,800 mAh. Rear camera: 8 MP. Front camera: 1.2 MP. Beautiful 9.7-inch screen. Cheaper than predecessor, thicker than Air 2, no 256 GB. Option: the best tablet you can buy right now is the new iPad 2017 with its crisp 9.7-inch display, punchy A9 power and a lower price tag than the tablet it replaces, the iPad Air 2. The new iPad 2017 doesn't reinvent the tablet. In fact, it doesn't differ much at all from its predecessor. The only real upgrade is the chipset, with Apple's A9 heart giving the new iPad more power. However, it's the price which is the real winner. There's no 16 GB model, with the iPad kicking things off at 32 GB, and considering that's cheaper than the entry-level iPad Air 2, it offers serious value for money. Read the full review. New iPad 2017. What's next? The new iPad launched towards the end of 2017, so we won't see a replacement for a while, but Apple's iPad mini line is in need of an update, so keep an eye out for the iPad mini 5 in the coming months, and rumors abound of a new iPad with Face ID 2. From the new iPhone 10.2, iPad Pro 10.5. Weight: 469 grams. Dimensions: 250.6 by 174.1 by 6.1 millimeters. OS: iOS 11. Screen size: 10.5 inch. Resolution: 1668 by 2224 pixels. CPU: A10X. RAM: 4 GB. Storage: 32 GB. 256 GB. 512 GB. Micro SD slot. No battery. TBC. Rear camera: 12 MP. Front camera: 7 MP. Great speakers: 512 GB. Version. Screen adds a lot of expensios. Still isn't a good laptop replacement. It's a tough decision over whether the new iPad Pro is the best tablet in the world, or the more recent and more basic iPad, but the new Pro is in second, solely on the higher price. If you can see past that, or you really need a tablet that can truly keep up with any app you want to throw at it while using a dedicated Apple Pencil and smart keyboard, this should be the device you look at. The new promotion screen adds an impressive layer of fluidity to daily use, if not strictly necessary, and the smaller bezels means you're getting far more display in a footprint not much bigger than last year's 9.7. It's an iPad for the professionals, but also one that media munchers will adore. Using. Read the full review. iPad Pro 10.5. What's next? It will likely be a long while before Apple launches any kind of new tablet, so if you're in the market for one, it's between this and the new iPad for your money. Point 3. Samsung Galaxy Tab S3. Weight: 429 grams. Dimensions: 237.3 x 169 by 6 millimeters. OS: Android 7. Screen size: 9.7 inch. Resolution: 1536 by 2048. CPU: Snapdragon 820. RAM: 4 GB. Storage: 32 GB. Battery: 6000 mAh. Rear camera: 13 MP. Front camera: camera, 5MP great premium designs, pen stylus included in box, HDR ready display is excellent, keyboard is a costly extra high price tag. Won't replace your laptop just yet. He may not be the best tablet on our list, but the Samsung Galaxy Tab S3 is the best Android tablet you can buy right now. It's stuffed full of power, has an excellent display and features an iPad Pro rivaling S Pen stylus and optional keyboard. The HDR-enabled screen is also pretty useful, given there are a lot of services out there using the improved quality. You can now get Netflix in premium color and brightness quality, for instance. The price tag could be a stumbling block, but if you're looking for the best Android has to offer in tablet form, the Galaxy Tab S3 is the slate for you. Read the full review. Samsung Galaxy Tab S3. What's next? We're still not sure when we'll be seeing the Samsung Galaxy Tab S4, but it'll likely not be early in 2018.4. iPad mini 4 weight 299 grams, dimensions 203.2 by 134.8 by 6.1 mm, OS iOS 11, screen size 7.9 inch, resolution 1536 by 2048, CPU dual core 1.5 GHz, RAM 2 GB, storage 128 GB, battery 5124 mAh, rear camera 8MP, front camera 1.2MP, brilliant screen, sleek design, Touch ID, finger scan, AMOLED display can be hard to read. No Pro version. The best 7-inch tablet at the moment is definitely the iPad mini 4. If you like the look of Apple's iPad Air 2 and iPad Pro, but find them are too big, be too expensive or see both, then you're in luck, as the diminutive iPad mini 4 gives you to the best of Apple's tablet world in a form factor that's not only beautiful, but highly portable. It lacks the pro features of a keyboard or pencil support. The latter would be really nice to have on this smaller display, but overall it's got a decent screen upgrade and more than enough power to enjoy every day. Read the full review. iPad mini 4. What's next? We're not certain we'll ever see the iPad mini 5, as rumors on that remain quiet, but there's still a market for the smaller tablet and fans will be hoping Apple doesn't give up on the Point 5. Microsoft Surface Pro weight 768 grams, 770 grams, 784 grams, dimensions 292 mm by 201 mm by 8.5 mm, OS Windows 10 Pro, screen size 12.3 inch, resolution 2736 by 1824, CPU Intel Core M3 i5 or y7, RAM 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, storage 128 GB, 256 GB, 512 GB or 1 TB, battery up to 13.5 hours, video playback, rear camera 8MP, front camera 5MP, better battery, improved Surface Pen, built-in kickstand, no Surface Pen in package, no as powerful as some rivals. Intel Core y7. Can a tablet really replace your laptop or home PC? That's still up for debate, but the best tablet trying to make that happen is the Microsoft Surface Pro. We're surprised Microsoft has refrained from calling this the Surface Pro 5, as it's a big upgrade on the 4, although it is rather expensive, like many tablets in this list. It does a fine job with a full-blown version of Windows 10, an integrated kickstand and optional keyboard attachment, great for creative professionals, students and everyday folks alike. This is a top choice and one of best Windows laptop we've reviewed. Read the full review. Microsoft Surface Pro. What's next? We're still expecting to see the refreshed Surface Pro 5 at some point, but it's not clear when that will be. Point 6. Asus ZenPad 3 S10 weight 430 grams, dimensions 240.5 by 163.7 by 7.2 mm, OS Android 7 Nougat, screen size 9.7 inch, resolution 1536 by 2048, CPU MediaTek MT8176, RAM 4 GB, storage 32 GB, 64 GB, battery up to 10 hours, rear camera 8MP, front camera 5MP, strong high-res display, swift response, mediocre battery life, no great build quality with an iPad-like design. The Asus ZenPad is something of a direct rival to Apple's best tablets with an alternative operating system. The screen is sharp and bright, and the power is decent, if not a well-known chipset running things. The battery life and build quality aren't quite up to Apple's standards, but then again, neither is the price. A good option if you want a larger screen for less. Read our full review. Asus ZenPad 3S 107. Google Pixel C weight 517 grams, dimensions 242 by 179 by 7 mm, OS Android Nougat, screen size 10.2 inch, resolution 2560 by 1800, CPU Tegra X1, RAM 3 GB, storage 32 GB, 64 GB, battery up to 10 hours, rear camera 8 MP, front camera 2 MP, fantastic screen, premium design, plenty of power, heavy keyboard is pricey. Google's Pixel C is one of the best Android tablets. It has it all: a fantastic display, heaps of power, and a premium design. Plus, for those willing to splash the cash, the keyboard is a great accessory, and if you look around, there are some good low-cost alternatives. It's not quite a laptop replacement, but for those in the market for a truly premium Android tablet, look no further. That's especially great as you can now download Android 8 Oreo software. However, be aware that Google has stopped selling this tablet, although you can still pick it up through a few retailers. Read the full review. Google Pixel C. What's next? It looks like the end of the road for the Pixel tablet line, as Android doesn't quite the same thrall in the tablet market that Google might like. The Pixel Book's launch speaks volumes on the point. 8. iPad Pro 12.9 weight 713 grams, dimensions 305.7 by 220.6 by 6.9 mm, OS iOS 11, screen size 12.9 inch, resolution 2048 by 2732, CPU dual-core 2.26 GHz, RAM 4 GB, storage 32 GB, 128 GB, battery 10,300 107 mAh, rear camera 8 MP, front camera 1.2 MP, expansive screen, hugely powerful, great speakers, expensive, heavier than many tablets. The iPad Pro won't be for everyone due to the size and cost, but for those it does appeal to and can afford it, you're unlikely to find a better tablet for your needs, and you'll swiftly find it indispensable. It's also worth noting that this 2015 model has been replaced by a much upgraded version, complete with better internals and a nicer screen, although you can still buy the older variant from many retailers. If you're considering the iPad Pro 2015, then whether it's graphics, multitasking, or providing a pseudo-Mac experience when you're away from the office, the Pro is very capable. Even the Pencil, hilarious name that we're now getting used to aside, is an impressive tool for a particular niche. For the more professional user, or just one that cares about a larger, more expansive screen to work on, this is the best tablet out there and more than capable of replacing a laptop. Read the full review. iPad Pro. What's next? This tablet has been refreshed now, and we're just waiting to get our hands on a final review unit to bring you a definitive verdict. For now though, you can check out our hands-on iPad Pro 12.9 review. 9. iPad Pro 9.7 weight 437 grams, dimensions 240 by 169.5 by 6.1 mm, OS iOS 11, screen size 9.7 inch, resolution 1536 by 2048 pixels, CPU A9X, RAM 2 GB, storage 32 GB, 128 GB, 256 GB, micro SD slot, no battery, TBC, rear camera 12 MP, front camera 5 MP, great speakers, pencil and keyboard support, 256 GB, version lower power than larger versions, smaller screen, impedes multitasking. The iPad Pro 9.7 offers a lot of the power of the larger iPad Pro, along with a smart keyboard and pencil support, but brings it in a much more bag and palm friendly size. Oh, and those 4 speakers are just brilliant too. It's a decent laptop alternative for those trying to work out if they need the worry of a new Windows device, but only if you're working on rudimentary files. Free access to Apple's Office suite helps a huge amount though, and it's going to get the same iOS 11 upgrade that the other models will, making it a much more attractive laptop replacement for cheaper. However, it is off sale now, so if you're going to buy one, be quick and shop around to see if you can get a better deal. It's nearly out of our list as it's very hard to find, but it's a good portable pal if you can see a good deal. Read the full review. iPad Pro 9.7. What's next? We've already had it. It's the iPad Pro 10.5 and it's very much worth a look if you want the snazziest tablet out there. 10. iPad mini 2. Weight 331 grams. Dimensions 200 by 134.7 by 7.5 millimeters. OS iOS 11. Screen size 7.9 inch. Resolution 1536 by 2048. CPU dual core 1.3 GHz. RAM 1 GB. Storage 1630 seconds 60 for 128ths of a gigabyte. Battery 6470 mAh. Rear camera 5 MP. Front camera 1.2 imp. Amazing screen. Solid design. Cheap price. One of the oldest on test. Screen resolution not great. The iPad mini 2 is a great tablet if you can get it for the right price. It's one of the best budget tablets around. The things you'll miss are a better, clearer and brighter screen and improved design if you don't spend the extra to go for the iPad mini 4, but for many people, that's perfectly acceptable, and this Slate is a great portal into the excellent world of iPads and all the great apps you get access to. However, it's very tricky to find. If you find it refurbished, it's a good mini tablet, but make sure it's from a reputable retailer. Read the full review. iPad mini 2 tablet apps is with today's best smartphones. Applications play a big role on tablets. Once you've decided which of these tablets is right for you, check out our top app list so you can get your fill of Temple Run, update your friends on Facebook and read the latest news, all on a bigger screen.